Hey everyone, and welcome to Prairie Road Organic Seed. I'm Theresa, and today we have how to grow tomatoes from seed. Tomatoes are one of the easiest plants to start indoors from seed. Here's how to grow your own tomatoes from seed to harvest. Plan to sow your seeds indoors about 6 weeks before your last frost date. We repurpose paper pulp-based egg cartons to start out our seedlings. Simply cut the cover off of the carton and place that at the bottom as a tray. Write the name of the tomato variety you are planting on one end of the cover, which is now serving as the tray. Begin by moistening a seed starting mix and add the mix to the container. Use your fingers to make a 1/4 inch deep impression in each cell of the carton and place your tomato seeds into that impression. A packet of our tomatoes contains between 25 to 30 seeds, allowing you to plant 2 to 3 seeds in each impression. I am planting 3 seeds per cell, but we often sprinkle in several seeds and then select the strongest, most vigorous seedlings when we transplant in the next step. Cover the seeds with the soil from the sides of each cell and press them firmly to make good seed-to-soil contact. Next, water them in, making sure to fully dampen the soil. The cardboard will absorb any of the excess. Cover the tray with some clear plastic, or place the tray in a clear bread bag. This will keep your trays from drying out, which is important for germination. Place the tray in a warm place about 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Check them daily for germination. Make sure to keep the planting mix moist, but not saturated. When you see the first sprouts, remove the plastic cover for good airflow. Place the seedlings under grow lights or in a sunny window. If using grow lights, keep the lights right above the tops of the plants. Keep the planting mix moist, but not soggy. When the seedlings are just starting to send out their next set of leaves, it is time to transplant them into a larger container. Again, you will want to pre-moisten your potting soil. If your mix is too dry, when you go to water after transplanting, the water will bead up instead of soaking in. We are transplanting into a 40-slot tray, but you can also use saved containers or repurposed containers such as milk cartons or even toilet paper rolls. Once you have your tray filled, you're ready to start transplanting. As you can see here, this tray is just starting to send out their next set of leaves. The advantage of starting so many seedlings this way is the opportunity to be selective about which plants to transplant, choosing the strongest and most vigorous. You can also pinch off the plants you don't want early on, well before this transplanting stage. Using a spoon, scoop out one of the cells of seedlings and lay it on your tray. To separate the seedlings, gently divide them in half, grasping the leaves, and slowly tug to separate. It is important to handle the seedlings by their leaves. You do not want to crush the stems or you will shut off the flow of nutrients and water. Gently tap the seedlings to dislodge some of the soil from the roots, and using your finger, make a hole in the cell all the way to the bottom. Insert the seedling and pinch the soil to fill back in. Again, pick up the seedling by the leaf, make your hole, drop the seedling down in, and pinch the soil back around the tomato. You want to avoid pressing the soil around the plant. When you water, The soil will settle around the roots and the stem. Again, you want to avoid crushing both the roots and the stems. Notice how easily the soil falls away from the roots when separating the seedlings. You do not want your tray to be too wet when you go to transplant, or the soil will cling to the roots, making it very difficult to drop the seedlings into the hole. Remember, moist but not wet for both the seedlings and the tray you're planting into. Again, one of the advantages of starting so many seedlings is the ability to be selective about which ones you transplant. Having multiple seedlings in each cup provides competition. The strongest, most vigorous plants will harvest more nutrients and grow faster. Another good reason to start your own is that many of the big box stores, as well as many greenhouses, get their starts from a few big distributors. In 2009, there was a late blight epidemic spread by diseased tomato plants coming from one of those distributors. Starting your own will reduce that risk. Once we finish transplanting the tray, we will water these in. 3 to 4 weeks from now, these tomatoes will be ready to plant in your garden. The next step is watering them in. This will settle the soil around the roots. Set your plants in a sunny location or under grow lights. If using grow lights, a timer with 16 hours on and 8 hours off is ideal. In 3 to 4 weeks, your tomatoes will look like this. Then you can transplant them in the garden or in the field for a tomato patch like this that will provide you with a bountiful harvest. Wishing you all the best in the upcoming growing season. From our gardens to yours, this is Theresa with Prairie Road Organic Seed. Eat well and be well.